Good morning everyone, welcome back to another video, and today's video is going to be a vlog, as you've probably guessed. Now I have literally just got up, had a shower, I'm putting on my makeup, so I thought I would show you what my kind of everyday, if I'm making a bit of an effort, makeup routine is. Now I have really bad skin. I've got loads of kind of pigmentation and blotches, so I have already covered it up using these two products. And the first thing I do is use the Super Facialist Vitamin C Moisturiser and also the Vitamin C Drops. And then I like to use this Clay CCC Cream. Now I use the shade Medium Light, and then I also mix that with the Ordinary Coverage Foundation, which I use the shade 2.0, which is a light medium, and this also has SPF 15 in it. And yeah, that's what I use as my base. So that's all I have on my skin at the moment. The next thing I do is go in with my concealer, and I like to use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard, and I've barely got any of this left at the moment. Almost all gone, so I like to use that, and then I mix it with L'Oreal's Infallible More Than Concealer, and I've got the shade Ivory for this one, and I just do a little blob of both on my finger, and then I just mix that around to make it nice and warm, and then I literally just dab it under my eyes. And then I just find applying concealer with your fingers gives it so much more of like an even kind of dewy look. Do a little bit on my chin and then a bit by my nose, and then I would just blend it in using my beauty blender. You know, first thing in the morning when you haven't spoken yet and your voice is like really croaky, that's what I feel like mine is right now. So the next thing I do is my eyes. Now I am obsessed with this palette. It's a very well loved and used palette, as you can see. It's a Jaclyn Hill palette with Morphe, and then it has all of these gorgeous colours inside, which I just love. And I like to go in with just a blending brush and go into the kind of the reddy brown colours. I mean, I am not a makeup artist, as you will be able to tell, and I'm not a professional at all. I kind of just make it up as I go along, to be honest, and I hope for the best. But I really like using these kind of reddy, almost like orangey colours at this time of year. I just think it brings out such a nice colour and like a pop, especially when a lot of my outfits this time of year are neutral, so it's quite nice to add just a little bit of colour in my makeup. So that's literally all I do at the top, and then the same on the other side. Okay, so that's what I do with my shadow. I am going to bring it down underneath as well in a bit. But then what I like to do is I like to do a bit of an eyeliner. So I just use this NYX palette, and then I use this brown colour here. I just take a really, really thin shadow brush, and I literally just line the like very outer corners of my eyes. I don't like to do like a massive eyeliner. I just like to do a little bit. So that's literally what it ends up looking like. I just find that using a shadow rather than an eyeliner is just a lot softer, and I just prefer the overall kind of softer look rather than a real kind of harsh makeup look. And what I will do is I will just set underneath my eyes with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. Now I don't really know if you're meant to use it with a beauty blender or not, but I just use a little bit and then literally just press it under my eyes. I just find this gives a real kind of awake look and really brightens under your eyes. I just love it. It really finishes off your eyes, I feel like. Also, you're at a bit of a weird angle there because I've got a window over there and the light, it's not great, is it? But we are working with it and we will do our best. And then I do like to go in with a bit of a brown liner in my waterline. So I'm just using this NYX brown eyeliner and I literally just put it in my waterline. I feel this adds something kind of extra, but it's such a small like step, but it really makes your eyes pop. And then I'm just going to go back into my Morphe palette and just add some colour to underneath my eyes as well. It has taken me many years to figure out how I like my eyebrows and how to do them. As you can see, I barely have any, but I like to use the NYX Precision Brow Pencil. I have never found a brow pencil that works as well as this. So I literally just go in. See how quick and easy that is? You don't have to be like good at makeup or anything to use this brow pencil. And then I normally just go in with my finger and just kind of roughen up the edges slightly just to make it look a little bit more natural. And then the final thing I do is set them using the 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. And I literally just sweep that through. And that's my eyebrows done. And so the next thing is mascara. So I have loved this mascara for years. It is the YSL Volume Effect Mascara. Now I just have it in black. I love YSL mascaras. I have done for years and years. The only bad thing about them is they dry really quickly. So you do have to work quickly with them, and then you also have to throw them away, which is really annoying. But they are the best mascara I think I've used. I love this mascara, and I also love the Dior Blackout mascara. They are probably my two favourites if I had to pick. I also really want to try the Marc Jacobs mascara. Oh, I've got it on me. I've seen a couple people advertising it on Instagram and it does look amazing, so I think I might have to give that one a go. And then I do use a different mascara for my bottom lashes. I use this Clinique mascara. It's rubbed off so much so I can't even tell you which one it is. But I just like to use, it's a big noise. I like to use this one on the bottom. So that is my eye makeup done. And the next thing I do is move onto my face. So I am going to use some contour, and I like to use the Iconic London palette. And then I just like to use this colour here. I did use this colour here, but as you can see, it has run out. So I literally just draw lines on my face. Here, 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 here. So these are my lines on my face. Then I use this, again it's Iconic London, I love this. This brush is amazing. You literally it just blends it for you straight away, which is incredible. I love it. So I literally just go around and just blend it all in. it looks a lot less dramatic after you've blended it in. Okay. Then the next thing I'm going to do is go in with bronzer. Oh, I've got hair on my nose. I like to use the Hoola Benefit bronzer. Always have done, always will do probably. I just like to go in and kind of add even more definition to my cheekbones. Then I do really like a good bronzed look. So, oh. Now recently I've also been loving adding blusher back into my routine. Now I don't know about you, but I went through a bit of a phase where I just wouldn't even touch a blusher, but I've got this blusher. It's Body Shop and it is in the colour Fard et Jus number 3, and I just like to dust it over the apples of my cheeks. And it gives such a nice kind of girly colour, which I just love. Is highlighter. Now I love this Charlotte Tilbury highlighting palette. It's the Bar of Gold palette and it's stunning. I've used it so much. It's almost used up, but I just take a little tiny bit. The thing I love about this highlighter is it's quite subtle. It's not kind of in your face. It's not really, really bright. It just kind of enhances your natural glow, which I just love. So I put a little bit in the corners of my eyes, and then I just get my brush and literally go over all 3 of them and do the end of my nose. And then my cheekbones. Then for my lips, I've been loving the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner. It is my absolute staple. And then I go in with the Pillow Talk lipstick. So lovely and natural. But then I go in with the Pillow Talk lipstick in this long creamy formula. So I can't remember exactly what this is called, but it's a lot creamier than the standard Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. I will link all the Charlotte Tilbury products down below in case you wanted to look at them. But that is my finished makeup. So let me take you here. Here we go. You can see it a bit better here. So this is my finished makeup look. As you can see, it's really just natural. It's glowy. It's kind of bringing out the natural kind of colours of my skin. And yeah, and it's not too much, I don't think. So this is pretty much what I'll be wearing every day if I'm shooting or if I'm taking pictures and videos and stuff. So my camera just went out of memory, which is very annoying. I've deleted some things from it now, but I'm just going to go through and finish getting ready for the day. I'm just going to blow dry my hair and then probably just curl it in the usual way, and yeah, I'll see you for breakfast.
Can see
breakfast, and I'm gonna switch things up a little bit this morning. I'm gonna have some almond butter on toast with some banana, and I'm also gonna make a green smoothie and then have that all with a cup of tea as well. So let's get cracking. Now I like to use this almond butter. It's like a massive tub. It's smooth and it doesn't have anything else in it. And then I'm gonna use this bread, a banana. I'm gonna put half the banana on my toast and then half the banana in the smoothie. And then I'm using this coconut milk as well. And then I've got frozen strawberries, spinach. That's really gonna be it for my smoothie. I don't think I'm gonna add anything else. But yeah, that's gonna be breakfast. Made. It looks so good. I can't wait to dive in. I've also got just like a little cup of fresh berries as well. My green smoothie, which looks a bit rank, I know. Probably should have added some more spinach. And then just a cup of tea with soy milk. And that's my breakfast. And then normally what I do, it's about 9 o'clock now, so a bit later than normal, but normally I would go through my Instagram and reply to messages and reply to comments, etc. And that's what I'm going to do now whilst I have my breakfast. On my to-do list today is to package up a couple of Depop parcels. So I do get rid of quite a lot of my old clothes, activewear, things like that on my Depop. So I will leave my Depop down in the description in case you wanted to have a little look. But yeah, let's package those up. So these are all of my clothes that I'm getting rid of. So these are charity bags. They are completely full. These are Depop clothes, and all of these are Depop clothes as well. Okay, so I'm in my car, just gonna go to the post office to drop off these couple of Depop parcels. But yeah, I thought you could come with me. So my camera is basically sitting where my radio thingy is. Ooh, so I don't know if it's gonna fall off. It might fall off, it might not. But yeah, I just thought I'd have a little kind of like life update and chat with you all. Firstly, I just want to say a massive, oh hang on, I'm going. I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my YouTube channel, who has watched my videos, who has followed me on Instagram over the last kind of couple of months. I mean, well, ever really, but more so over the last couple of months, because I've really noticed a massive change in like my views and all of that stuff, which is just amazing. And if you've been following me for a long time, you'll know that my ultimate dream would be to do kind of YouTube and Instagram full time, and you guys are slowly making that become more of a reality for me, and I'm so incredibly grateful. So thank you so much to everyone for all your support recently. I'm just so overwhelmed by it all, but I'm so grateful. So in terms of kind of where I am, I guess like work-wise, I am working part-time now in my old place of work, but in a different job role. So I was actually meant to be starting an entirely brand new job in May, but because of COVID that actually fell through, so I never actually started my new job. And at the time it was like the worst thing ever, but it has actually been a bit of a blessing in disguise, because I'm now working 3 days a week, so full hours 3 days a week from home still, but the other 2 days, so Wednesdays and Fridays, I actually have off now, so I can spend that time working on my YouTube and on my Instagram. And today's Friday and I'm filming a vlog, and yeah, it's just amazing to have this extra time. And since I've left uni, I've been working crazy hours non-stop, and so this is kind of the first time in my life that I have a bit of time to do what I want, and yeah, I'm just loving it. So that's where I am kind of, I suppose, from like a job front. Like generally it's been a really difficult time, like since COVID. I live by myself and have done for, well, it'll be 2 years in November, and I'm totally fine with that, but it's been really weird not being able to just do normal things, hasn't it? But I'm feeling so much better now though, because restrictions are starting to be lifted a little bit. I'm going to see my parents and my friends and things like that, obviously staying socially distant, but even that's made a massive difference. But yeah, it was hard for a while, but I kind of decided to focus all my energy into my social media, and that's what's kept me busy, and that's what's kind of got me through this, which is a kind of weird thing to say, but it definitely has really helped me get through this really difficult time. Oh, let me let a car out. You're welcome. So yeah, so it's quite, yeah, it's been a really positive time and also a really difficult time at the same time. But yeah, but it's good. But how are all of you doing? How are you coping with like the weirdness that is our kind of new normal? Right, I'm just getting to the post office. Let me see. Oh, please let there be a space. Oh my god, there is. Believe it, there's a space right outside the post office. I don't know if anyone else finds this, but this never happens to me. Right, I will be right back. Okay, post office done. I am actually quite annoyed because it's like a freaking hurricane outside, and I am supposed to be going out and shooting some outfits, and these outfits they're not like winter outfits, they are summer outfits. I'm talking shorts, I'm talking dresses. I didn't have any jackets planned for these outfits, so I think I'm gonna be a bit cold, and it's windy, and there's nothing I hate more than when I'm taking pictures for my Instagram and it's windy. Someone's about to open their door on me, brilliant. Yeah, so I don't know, I'm so annoyed. How is this gonna work? Why has the weather changed all of a sudden? Annoying. But never mind, I'm sure it'll be fine. If I'm looking a bit windswept, then that's why. Right, post office done. Where were we? We were having a little life update, weren't we? So yeah, so how are you all? How are you all finding Corona? Are you all back to work yet? Are you all kind of planning on going back to work soon or working from home? Yeah, it's just a weird old time, isn't it? And then obviously this week, I found this week the hardest actually, and this week has been the week of the Black Lives Matter movement, and actually it's affected me way more than I thought it would. And I'm not saying that in a way that I didn't think it was going to affect me. I'm kind of saying it in a way that it's really had a massive impact on me, and I'm actually really kind of angry about it. The fact that I'm getting round and roundabout. Christ. The thing that I'm angry about is the fact that we don't get kind of educated or talked to, or, you know, we don't learn about what actually happens. And I mean, I live in Devon in the UK, which is a very shielded bubble when it comes to kind of what's going on in the world and kind of real life issues. And don't get me wrong, I love where I live so much, and I don't know, it makes me sad that I didn't understand what was really going on and the kind of scale that it was going on. And I guess I thought that maybe racism wasn't as prevalent in 2020 as it had been in the past, and we'd actually taken steps to kind of get rid of it. I've got a car right up my backside, and do you know what, there is nothing worse, and I'm gonna slow down. So yeah, it made me really angry, and it made me kind of want to apologise for the fact that I feel as if I need to do better and need to learn more and educate myself and really understand a bit more about what is really going on, because I guess I just didn't appreciate it in the scale that it's still happening, and it really upset me and made me really angry. And also, I suppose, on the flip side of that, it really made me want to learn, and it really made me want to use my platforms to help and to do whatever I can to help. So these past kind of, oh Christ, getting onto my drive. These past kind of couple of days, I've just spent a lot of time kind of reading and watching things and learning and almost just educating myself on what's really happening and what's really going on at the moment. And I've been signing petitions, and I've been using, I guess, my platform to hopefully provide some help and some kind of resource for other people who are perhaps in my position, who are shielded from this, and there's no two ways about it. And I will do better, and I will try my best to do whatever on earth I can to help. And I will be linking some resources in the description of this video as well, in case you guys found it helpful. But I just want to say I am so 100 million% on board in helping and trying to make Black lives better. Just try to reinforce as much as I can this message, and to, yeah, just to continue to talk about it. And I don't want this to be one of those moments in time that is so significant and so impactful, and yet in kind of 6 months time people are just forgetting about it and they're just kind of moving on to the next thing. So I just really want this to be a time of change, and I really want this to be a time that we all pull together and work together to fight this and to fight for equality, and yeah, and just to spread positivity, and yeah, hopefully we can all do our bit. So yeah, just want to touch on that quickly as well, because yeah, it's really had a really significant impact on me, and I'm sure it probably has with some of you as well. So yeah, let's blimmin' fight this, and let's work as a team, and let's be unified and do all we can within our power to make things right, because they're not. So Right. Right, I, as you can probably tell, live on a building site, so I'm gonna go in and yeah, the next thing on the list is to clean my hamster, probably. Yeah, I do need to clean my hamster, so probably gonna clean my hamster, and then I need to plan my outfits because I'm going out at about 12:15. It's 10:15 now, so I've got 2 hours. Eek! Okay, let's go. So this is my little hamster. Cleaning you out, aren't we? We're cleaning you out. Yes, we are. So this is my little hamster. This is her like cleaning out pen that I just put her in when I'm cleaning out her cage. This is her little cage, bless her. I did actually have 2 of them until last week, where one of them died. So I've only got 1 now. So this is my little angel. But we're gonna put her back in her cage. Now it's all nice and clean. And then yeah, she can have a little run round. Okay, she's now back in her little hamster home. Oh, there she goes. She likes to have a little bit of a wander around, see what's gone on, see what's changed. So here she is in her little home. She really likes tender stem broccoli leaves. I know it's a very acquired taste. But she loves them, so come on. What's Mummy got? Oh yes, you like that. Good girl. Is that yummy? Is it? So I thought I would answer a couple of your guys' questions. I did put a little kind of question box on my Instagram story yesterday, so this isn't going to be like a massive Q&A. I just thought I would answer a couple of questions. So the first question, if you could only pick a handful of items for a capsule wardrobe this summer, what would it be? Okay, the first thing that comes to mind is definitely a white dress. So I will link a couple of videos in the description box below. I've done a couple of Zara hauls, a couple summer dress hauls as well. I think a white dress is an absolute staple for summer, and I think because you can just dress it up, you can dress it down, you can chuck over a little denim jacket, you can chuck over anything really, but the white dress is a real key staple. So I would say a white dress, I would say a white or light coloured strap top, but not like a real kind of strappy thin strap top. I think more of a structured thicker strap top, I would say. I would also say a pair of floaty wide leg trousers. Now these don't sound like they're for everybody, but trust me, when you try them on, they are so flattering and gorgeous. So I'd say a wide leg pair of trousers. I would also say some kind of like loose fitting jumper or loose kind of knit to just chuck on over a thinner top, I think would be perfect. I also think a pair of shorts. So I love a paper bag style of shorts. If you follow my Instagram, you'll know that. I think they're so flattering, and I love the fact that they cinch you in at the waist, but they're not too like sucked to you, you know, when you feel a bit uncomfortable when something is high-waisted. So I would say a pair of paper bag shorts. I have a really gorgeous neutral pair from New Look, and they're about £12, which is a bargain, but they're so nice. I would also say accessories wise, I would say a straw effect bag, I would say, is an absolute key. They go with everything, they're super affordable, and they're just neutral, so they can go with every outfit. And finally, I would say a pair of white or cream block heeled sandals. I have a couple of pairs. I've got one new pair from Topshop, and I've got a pair from New Look and a pair from Dorothy Perkins, and I love all of them. And they just have a bit of a cork kind of block heel, and then they just have white kind of trimmings, which I just think are really pretty. So that's what I would say, a few staple key pieces to have in your wardrobe for this summer. Now, what is my favourite food? Oh, do you know what? This is going to go off on a bit of a tangent, but recently, I would say the last 2 weeks or so, I've actually been eating a very much kind of vegan diet. I haven't completely cut out dairy yet, but I haven't eaten any fish or meats or anything in the last couple of weeks, but I have still had a bit of dairy. And I guess the reason for doing this is a couple things. I feel so much better when I have lots of fruits and vegetables in my diet. I love fruits and vegetables, and I love pasta and things like that. And it's really funny because when I was younger, I used to think pasta was the devil, and I used to think it would make me gain weight and it was just bad for you. But actually, pasta is incredible, and I am sitting at a real kind of healthy weight, and I've just naturally been losing a couple of pounds here and there without even trying. And I'm eating the most delicious meals. I'm having massive bowls of pasta. I probably have bowls of pasta 5 times a week, like no exaggeration, for dinner, and I'm loving them. So I eat more of a plant-based diet. As I say, I never really have been a massive fan of meat anyway, so it's been quite easy for me not to eat that. I do eat the occasional bit of cheese, but again, I haven't really eaten that much in the last kind of couple of weeks. I will have an egg every now and again. I had a couple of dairy things that I needed to use up, so I've eaten those now. And then chocolate is just the hardest thing, to be honest, but really I haven't really eaten meat or dairy in ages. So going back to my favourite food, I would say my favourite food at the moment is a massive bowl of pasta. So pasta with like a garlic mushroom sauce and sun-dried tomatoes. It's just the best thing ever. What 3 words best describe me? That's a really difficult one. That's like, in my mind, I automatically go to like interview mode, you know, when you're being interviewed and people are like, name 3 things, or like name 3 of your best traits, stuff like that. 3 words to describe me, I would say goofy. I'm very goofy. I would say optimistic, always looking at the positives, always looking at the bright side of life, and probably sarcastic. I would say I'm quite sarcastic. Yeah, those 3 things: goofy, optimistic, and sarcastic. How many wardrobes do you have for all of your clothes? I actually have 3 wardrobes. No, I have 4 wardrobes. I have a standing wardrobe, I have 2 rail wardrobes that I use to kind of film my videos and also just to put kind of like other clothes on. And I have another wardrobe in my bedroom, so that's 4, that's not very good, is it? This next question: what made you change from fitness, health content to fashion? So if you guys didn't know, if you're kind of long-term subscribers, then you will know. But the more recent subscribers, I actually used to have a fitness and health Instagram account, and that account had over 140,000 followers on it, so it grew quite quickly and got quite big, which was really fun, and yeah, it was really exciting. But to be honest with you, I posted pictures every single day of me in activewear, and I just got really bored of it. And fitness isn't a massive part of my life anymore, if I'm being completely honest. I can't remember the last time I exercised. It's just not something that I do as much anymore because I just have other interests. And to be honest with you, when I had that Instagram account, I felt a pressure to look a certain way and to eat a certain diet and to be doing a certain type of exercise, and I felt as if I wasn't being myself. And the more followers I had, the more my account grew, the less and less I felt like I was being myself on it. So I just decided to completely stop posting on that account. And I mean, I loved it, but I also hated the fact that I had so many men following me and I wasn't doing it for the guys. Like, I wasn't taking pictures of myself in activewear for guys to look at, and that really annoyed me, and I just become frustrated by it. And people would start reading my captions, and in my captions I was trying to promote body positivity, a good relationship with foods, and a positive relationship with your bodies, and all these female centered things, and all I had was males kind of leaving inappropriate messages and comments and things like that. And I just got to a stage where I just hated it. I hated posting on that account. So I wanted to do something a bit more girly, and I've always been girly, and I've always been really into clothes and makeup and kind of things like that. And I just thought, you know what, my personal style has evolved a lot over the last kind of year, I would probably say, year, 2 years, and I've been loving it, and I just wanted to share my journey, I suppose, with everybody else. And yeah, I'm just loving it. It's so much more fun. My audience is almost all female, which is the best thing about it. And yeah, and there's just such a lovely positive community on Instagram and social media generally, in the kind of more kind of girly fashiony community, and yeah, I'm loving it. So I am so much more myself, I'm so much happier. And yeah, I just feel so much better now that I'm posting content that I love, and I'm having so many amazing supportive comments and building relationships with you guys as well. It's one of my favourite things. The next question, what do I do? So I'm guessing, what do I do in terms of like jobs? I am a qualified lawyer, so I mentioned earlier when I was in the car, I've recently gone part-time, so I'm doing that 3 days a week, and then my other time is spent doing social media. And then the final question I'm going to answer is, what are my goals for 2020? So my biggest goal for 2020 is to do this full time. So it feels like it's still a little bit of a way off, but now is the time that it's felt more like it might be a possibility than it ever has done before, and it makes me so happy filming videos and creating content for you guys. So yeah, so that is my biggest goal for 2020. And then otherwise, I guess my other goals are just to be financially stable, to be happy, maybe to find a partner. I mean, I'm single at the moment. Maybe to find somebody, that would be nice. But yeah, otherwise just to be happy and healthy, spend as much time as I can with my loved ones, my friends, and yeah, that is my goal. Okay, I still haven't got my outfits ready. I don't actually know if we're gonna go and shoot today because the weather is just, it's not very good, and it's just so windy. And the problem is, when you shoot on days like today, it's really hard to get a good picture because I have really thin hair anyway, and my hair just blows all over the place, which is not ideal. Okay, so this is like a real Instagram versus reality moment. I have just got back from shooting. I got one picture today. So normally I shoot either 7 or 8 outfits on a good day. Today I got one because it started raining and the wind was horrendous and the lighting was terrible, and it was just an awful shoot. So yeah, I'm now back at home. I've wasted an hour and a half getting to and from the place that I take my pictures, and yeah, it's just yeah, not great. It doesn't always work. And so you see a really nice picture on Instagram, and actually behind the scenes, like this is behind the scenes, it doesn't normally, yeah, go right all the time. So hey ho, never mind. Anyway, it's 20 to 2 and I have not eaten lunch yet. I know what I might have. I might have a toasted pita. So I've got some brown pita breads. I might have a toasted pita with some hummus. I did have a couple of like snacks earlier, so I'm not starving. Oh, I've got falafels too. I might dunk in some falafels into some hummus. Yeah, I might have that. Just a little bit, kind of something to tide me over. I'm not massively hungry. But yeah, this is my like makeshift kind of lunch snack thing. I've got 2 halves of a toasted pita with some beetroot hummus on top. Oh my god, it's so good. Just some cherry tomatoes, falafels that I'm going to dunk in that hummus, which is sweet chili hummus, and then just this like popcorn bar, which is from Aldi. So I'm going to go and have this with a cup of tea and get into something comfy. So it's a bit later now. I've got my hair up in a bun, I've got my dressing gown on, and yeah, I'm just feeling all comfy. And I think I'm going to go ahead and end today's vlog here. I really hope you enjoyed the video. It has been something a little bit different, so yeah, I hope you have enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching and for your support as always, and I'll see you in the very next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.